know a girl who loves putting on a show. She's the minister of fun, rock and roll. Everywhere she goes, they try to run her out of town. They try to shut her up, but they still can't shut her down. She might feel the same way. You might feel the same way. She might feel the same way. You might feel the same way. Racking them up, knocking them out. She's gonna tell you what she's thinking about right now. She's gotta show you all her favorite tunes. You might feel the same way. I know a girl who loves putting on a show. She's the minister of fun, rock and roll. It's the middle of the night and we need somewhere to go. Let's go visit Kimmy so we don't have to go home. Up on a stage, out in the crowd, she wants to show you everybody that she's ever found. The best things happen late at night. You might feel the same way that I do right now. I know we think we've seen it all, the highest heights and the greatest falls. But sometimes you need a new set of eyes to get a different view, to get the other side. I know a girl who loves putting on a show. She's the minister of fun. You might feel the same way. You might feel the same way. She might feel the same way that you do, and you might feel the same way. She might feel the same way that you do. Might feel the same way. She might feel the same way that you do. Might feel the same way.
All right. All right, let's get this correct screen on now. That's how I do things, is I talk through them so that people have at least some kind of sound coming to their ears while I'm transitioning from one thing to the next. It's a skill. Are you there? Can you hear me yet?
I'm here, yeah.
Yay!
Are we live?
We are live.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. We're live.
There you have it, and there you are. I don't know for sure how many people will be showing. Well, you never know for sure how many people will be showing up, but I don't generally go live at this time of day, so I'm not sure how successful.
Well, I'm
the
sorry
live part will be.
sorry for breaking you out of your routine there, Kimmy.
Oh no. Don't be. Okay, one more place I need to send this to, and then we will be cooking with fire. Or grease.
Or gas.
Or gas. Or all sorts of things you can cook with these days, I suppose. All right. And here we are. Welcome, everybody. This is Frank. Okay, right now we have 2 people in.
Hello, 2 people.
We've got Renee and Susan. And I've got a couple other people who have said they were coming in. So I expect more, but we'll see. If they don't show up, that's fine. People are working. People have other shows they're used to watching this time of day. And as far as like me arranging my schedule differently to have you come on, that is not a problem.
Oh, happy to be here.
I've been thinking of changing my show times anyway because I'm so late.
What time you usually go live?
Generally Thursday, 11 Eastern, and then
PM?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so can you hear that?
Hear what? What's the matter?
Heavens to Murgatroyd!
Dadgummit. I had
Heavens to Murgatroyd!
What's that? I see you smiling through something.
and you
Heavens to Murgatroyd!
and you can't hear it because I said it so that it so that oy vey. Okay, so I had it's my D Live alerts. I've got it alerted to give me alerts when I have diamonds and lemons and ice cream and like all of them because
Oh,
I'm just a lowly little streamer girl. I don't get just tons of diamonds and ninja guineas and stuff, right?
gotcha.
So I have it set so it'll alert me with everything. But I had turned it off and I must have not done some magic button to make it believe me that I meant for it to not do it.
Hmm.
So we're going to try it one more time and disable some stuff. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming on. People who are in right now, I'm not sure if they watch your show or don't.
It could be either way, Kimmy. Maybe, maybe not. But what really matters is that you have me here, and we're and we can just have a conversation. It could be just us two.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
But the people who are here, I want them to know who you are. So this is Frank. And Frank, I can't remember your last name. I know that you use it. You don't.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. The last name is Valburo, but
Valburo.
Frank, it's just Frank.
Frank.
Quite frankly, it's never really been it's not been a secret, but it's never been a huge part of the show itself.
Right.
And yeah, but that's pretty much the deal. That's what I do. I just talk. I'm the jackass in the back of the classroom that doesn't shut up. And now I have a radio show the last almost 20 years. So here we are.
Okay, well then that brings me to a question that I wasn't going to ask. What were you like in school? Were you the jackass in the back of the classroom that never shuts up?
Well, I guess I gave myself the jackass title right now, so I have to own up to it. But no, I was the one of those students that would get the progress reports, disruptive to others and other, but in the most kind ways. I wasn't ever harassing people, but I was just the type that, I had a couple extra questions to ask, and I wanted to whisper. I wanted to ask. I want just to have fun. So yeah, there was a lot of that. Very talkative, and inquisitive. So at the end of my time in any school, the teachers usually loved me. But the first couple of years in a new place, whether it be high school or especially college, the first couple of years were all about getting my feet under me socially. And
Okay.
my grades would suffer and everything else would suffer. But by the end, I would have all the teachers on my side, and my grades would recover, and everything was all right. So I always take care of the social foundation first. But I wouldn't call myself a classroom terrorist or anything like that. I'm not a personal. I'm not a prankster or anything like that. I just like talking.
Yes. Well, and it serves you well.
Thank you.
You got a lot of practice, and you put it to good use. And your curiosity, it actually reminds me of something I did want to say. That is one of my favorite things about you. That's one of my favorite things about anybody who happens to be curious about things and interested in the world and the things that are going on in
detected. Horny nigga detected.
it. Hi, Sandra. Sandra's sharing the show now, and the alert that I get with that one is horny nigga detected.
Who's Sandra?
Sandra from Coffee Talk with Sandra.
Oh, what's going on,
Yeah.
Sandra? I've been able to chat with Sandra, I think twice. I think we had a nice time twice on a show. So
Yeah.
it's great to have Sandra out there.
Yes. So she's sharing it to her audience, and we've got Irrational Times, who's a friend of mine. He makes good music. In fact, he made my intro song. I don't think you could hear it. I don't think I had the music. I don't think I had the audio set to where you could hear what I was playing. But
Yes, I didn't hear anything. But
Yeah.
you're on D Live right now then.
I'm on D Live, and if I did it right, I'm also on YouTube. And if I further did it right, I'm on Twitter, which I've never done on purpose. This is the first time I've tried to do it on purpose.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I hope that it all works out. I can't see any. I'm on. I know how to. I don't know who you are on D Live, but either way, I don't need to watch because we're in the middle of it right now. So
We
you said that
are.
you're a fan of curious people.
I am a fan of curious people because curious people are the ones who don't make asses of themselves.
Oh no 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 no. That's not true at all.
You don't think
I
so?
no, I've made it. I mean, I believe that you need to be if you do well, curiosity in a private sense is good, and if you're curious about something, sure, that's always going to be you're going to yield a result. I'm curious about this. Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? Is it true? Is it false? Is there more than meets the eye? That's always a good thing. But
Yes.
curiosity has killed the cat, as you know,
But he
many,
has
many
9
times.
lives. He's got plenty. He's fine.
Yeah, well, we don't have 9 lives. We're not cats. And I can tell you that I know that, yeah, when you do something like what I do for a living and what I have had to build up, or anybody that does what I do, like you know, you're on your journey too. It takes a long time to learn how to walk that tightrope, and the tightrope falling off doesn't it essentially mean physical death, but it could be death of the soul, death of the reputation. And curiosity, well, I was curious doesn't necessarily always get you out of a jam, but at the same time, I mean, if you like step on a landmine somewhere,
Well, there's wisdom that you should probably mix in with the curiosity.
sure.
But go ahead
And
with the.
and I always say that you need to be willing to humiliate yourself a little bit, because every once in a while, something you plan for does not turn out the way you wanted it to.
Right.
You might find an interview goes sideways, or you might find that in the middle of making a point, you're thinking about what you're saying, and you're actually realizing this is a stupid point in the middle. And if it's a live broadcast, what are you going to do?
That will happen between the two of us. One of us is going to do that in the next 30 minutes. And it might be
Perhaps.
me.
But
I
I'm
do
a
that
little
all the
bit more-
time. But see, I don't think that that's making an ass of yourself. I think it's exposing your ability to see things differently than what you thought, how you thought you were going to.
You could, but it's really all in the way how flexible you are. There are some people who they get into, and this happens in private, but it's just exacerbated and magnified when you do it in public too, where if you find yourself, your curiosity, you're testing new hypotheses about one topic or another, and you find yourself committing to a stance that really is nonsensical or doesn't make sense, then you have a choice right there. Are you going to modify your stance? Are you going to be open to changing your mind and accepting new information? Or are you going to hunker down and you're going to let your pride get in the way of things? And that's when that curiosity can lead you to making a fool out of yourself, if you don't have the same flexible mindset going into new chapters of whatever you're trying to explore. So
Okay.
it's just something that where you can finally trip and fall and smash your face down the line. But curiosity itself is not a recipe for humiliation. You just have to be able to be humble about things. So I guess that's, pride comes before the fall, they say. So
Okay, so I think that we're adding some things in. So the curiosity and the humility is important. And
Yes.
the open-mindedness but see, to me, if you're curious, it almost requires an open mind. If you're genuinely curious.
if you're genuinely curious, but as you go along, you might find things that that are conclusions that are alluring, that really speak to your inner biases.
Mhm.
That maybe along the way you're like, oh, this supports something else that I feel. I'm going to go along with it, and that might be a fallacy in itself.
Mhm.
So, as you said before, curiosity is a wonderful thing, but it needs to be attached to humility at all times, or else it can get you into some real murky places. And hell, then there's always just temptation is a shitty thing too sometimes.
Yeah, you have to be careful about those types of curiosities.
Yeah.
Curious about what happens if I do this. And then,
What happens if I
Maybe you
stick
wish you
this and
hadn't.
that?
yeah.
What happens if I, it's,
Especially if that doesn't belong to you.
I know. You just
Or if it belongs to someone else. Oh, boy.
exactly. So it's that.
We're
that's just
talking
all
about
part-
Lego pieces, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We're talking about just very innocuous, inanimate objects
In
But
Minecraft.
in Minecraft. There's no. This is just always the things that you learn along the way in life. Just makes it more apparent to you
Yeah.
the journey and all of the obstacles along the way. There's
And
no
there
manual.
are a lot of those. I have a thing about me that I don't have a problem finding out that I'm wrong about something, but I don't want to be wrong. And so it takes
Yeah.
me so long to come to a conclusion about something that I very rarely give just definitive statements. And if you hear me give a definitive statement, it's generally going to be something that I've thought long and hard about, and I truly believe this. Because up until I've gotten there, I know that I could be wrong about this. And even when I get to that conclusion, I'm still open to being wrong about it because
Mm.
maybe there's something I hadn't considered yet.
It's a good approach.
Well,